Yo, what's up? What's up, everybody? Man, what's up, everybody, man? Y'all give me a minute so I get in gear real quick, man. Give me a minute. But while y'all here, be sure to hit the subscribe button. You already know. You already know what time it is. Today we got Cardi B on the radar. You know what I'm saying? We got Cardi B on the radar. Okay. Like I said, before I get started, be sure to hit that like button, hit that subscribe button. And don't be afraid to leave a comment in the comment section. Okay, like I said, today we talking about Cardi B and a little mid drama tour. I don't know if y'all been on cross social media and seeing what's really going on, but she had something to say to her fans while she was at the concert. And this is what she had to say. But we don't know if she got the power to do this, but she had this to say to her fans.
Bitch, if ICE come in here, we gonna jump their asses. Bitch, I got some air mace in the back.
She said if ICE come, that we gonna jump them. And I got bear mace in the back. Man, I hope Cardi don't cough up on herself a charge or something, making threats towards ICE and DHS. They don't take threats light. So she talking about she got a bear mace in the back. But we don't know if Cardi got enough power to even stop ICE from deporting anybody out of the show. We don't know. But she talk like she do. She talk like she got plenty of confidence.
I got some air mace in the back. They ain't taking my fans, bitch. Let's go.
She said they ain't taking my fans. Okay. As y'all heard what Cardi had to say, man, let's get into it. We're going to take a deep dive of what's going on. Okay. Cardi B Little Miss Drama Tour started with a bang. From a fiery warning to ICE and a direct clap back from the Department of Homeland Security to a wild hot dog brawl in the parking lot. We're breaking down all the chaos from a tour opener. Get ready for political clashes, social media wars, and why Cardi B is still making headlines for all the reasons. We're going to break it down, man. Okay. Welcome back now. To everybody who back at the channel, welcome back. It's 2024. What's gonna be a chill, clearly forgot who we're talking about today, because when Cardi B kicks off her tour, you don't just get music, you get drama. In her little Miss Drama Tour opener, it delivered chaos on silver platter. We're talking the federal government clapbacks. Like I had just said at the beginning of the video, they ain't gonna take the threats lightly. So I can believe they clapping back. A fiery warning to ICE, and yes, even a hot dog splatter brawl. So buckle up, hit the like button, subscribe if you're new, and let's dive into the absolute madness. All right. So it all started this past weekend. Cardi B officially launched her highly anticipated Little Miss Drama Tour. It was in Palm Desert, California. Fans were hyped. Social media were buzzing. The outfit, the energy, standard concert stuff. Everyone was expecting a show. But nobody, and I mean nobody, was ready for the political firestorm that was about to erupt. I'll let y'all hear what she had to say. Because Cardi ain't playing. She want her fans in her show. Okay. Okay, picture this. Cardi, deep into her 37-song set list, okay, performing some of her biggest hits. But then she does something truly classic. Cardi, after a beautiful rendition, you know what I'm saying? Think about it. I don't know. She had some Selena's como. She's speaking Spanish pauses. You know what I'm saying? She was speaking Spanish, then she all of a sudden just paused the music, cut the lights, you know what I'm saying? The lights just shift, and she get real with her audience. She started by shouting out her Mexican and Guatemalan fans, acknowledge their presence of support. You know, okay, the Hispanics. You know, you gotta show love where you come from. You can't never forget where you came from. She dropped a bomb, a direct, unfiltered warning to Immigration and Customs Enforcement, or ICE. But I'll let y'all hear it at the beginning, but I'll let y'all hear it again if y'all just tuning in. You know, this is what Cardi had to say.
If ICE come in here, we're gonna jump their asses. Bitch, I got some bear mace in the back. They ain't taking my fans, bitch. Let's go.
Y'all see, Cardi ain't playing. She want her fans of the show. She need her money. She ain't playing. So you can see the influence. The solid, you know what I'm saying? The artists are increasingly using their massive platform to speak on social and political issues, especially those that directly impact their fan base. For Cardi, her connection to her her, you know what I'm saying, her Latino audience is huge. And she clearly feels responsible to speak up. Somebody got to do it. This wasn't just a concert. It was a political rally wrapped in a music festival. You know what I'm saying? It all turned another direction very quick. Now you might think, okay, celebrity make a statement. It gets some buzz. Then it dies down. Not this time, because the federal government, specifically the Department of Homeland Security, DHS, decided to enter the chat. And let me tell you, their response was unexpected, to say the least. You know what I'm saying? Y'all ready for this? You know, now you might think, okay, celebrity makes a statement. It gets some buzz. Okay, but y'all want to know what the DHS had to say? In a rare move, the official DHS X, formerly Twitter. Did y'all catch that? DHS X, formerly Twitter account, issued a direct clap back to Cardi B. Direct clap back to Cardi B. There wasn't some of the cold message. There was a direct public challenge. Reports indicated the DHS account brought up Cardi's controversial past comments about drugging and robbing men during her stripper days. They essentially tried to discredit her, saying, who are you to talk about law enforcement? Cardi feeling kind of brave, ain't she? You know, she feeling kind of brave, ain't it? You know what I'm saying? We know that her and Donald Trump locked in, but I don't think they too locked in. But if you think that shit Cardi up, you clearly don't know Cardi B. She didn't bag down. Oh no, she came back swinging. You know, the conversation in a way that had everyone's jaws on the floor. Cardi immediately redirected their attention to the recent unsealed Epstein files. She basically said, instead of coming for me, why aren't you guys focused on the powerful name inflicted to those documents? Why aren't you chasing those peoples? Told you, Cardi don't mind saying what she got to say. This was a genius move, strategically speaking. It shifted the narrative, put the DHS on the defensive, and brought up an incredible, sensitive, and high-profile topic that many people feel hasn't been acquitted and addressed. It was a masterclass in deflection, you know what I'm talking about? But it worked to keep the pressure on. You know, just a little bit, not too much, just a little pressure. The internet, of course, absolutely exploded. Cardi B, ICE, you know what I'm saying, Epstein files, all these hashtags were trending, you know. Okay, fans were divided, but mostly entertained. Some praised Cardi for her fearlessness. Others criticized her past action and her decision to challenge a government agency. You know, it gonna be that sometime. And then there were the people who just sat back eating. They're popcorn watching the unbeliever clash unfold between a rap superstar and the federal government. It's the kind of drama you can't make up. Now, as if the political pop culture clash wasn't enough, Cardi's name was also trending for another slightly more bizarre reason because, of course, it was TMZ. Bless their hearts, dropped some footage that added a whole new layer of Little Miss drama to it. We're talking about a wild brawl that broke out in the parking lot of the arena after the concert. You know, it seemed like a lot of little cat fight. Women were engaged. They were like being a little messy, chaotic fight. But it broke the internet. It ended with bystander car being splattered with a hot dog. Yes, you heard that right, a hot dog. I mean, you can't write this stuff. Cardi B wasn't directly involved, obviously, but the hot dog brawl outside their concert just perfectly. The chaotic energy surrounding her, it's like the universe conspired to give her to the most dramatic lunch possible. We done seen, like, she just can't catch no break nowhere. It just seemed like Cardi can't catch a break. From the Super Bowl to Trump, now she's on a tour and she just can't catch a break. So why is all this more than just celebrity gospel? Well, it's fascinating to look at several things. It shows the growing trend of artists using their platforms regardless of controversies it might stir up. It highlights how quickly official government channels can get pulled into a viral social media, skirmish, and the impact of those interactions. Whoever thought the Fed was sitting there watching it? Whoever would have thought that? It underscores the increasingly blurred lines between entertainment, politics, and real-world issues. Cardi B injecting the musician in a more chill political pro-vector actor. I had to correct it. You know what I'm saying? That's what's going on. So, like I said, Cardi ain't catching a break, whether she intends to be or not. And for Cardi, it solidified her brand as someone who is unapologetically herself, who sparks controversy, and who, rather for good or ill, keeps everyone talking. The Little Miss Drama Tour is already living up to its name. And we're only one show in. I'm talking one show. This is the first one. Not the second one, not the third, the first one. So the big question is, what next for the Little Miss Drama Tour? Since we got all this going on the first show, what's next? Will we see it getting a little crazier? Or we won't see it. It might get better for her. Will DHS issue another statement? Will Cardi double down on her political commentary at future shows? Or will there be more food-related brawls? Honestly, with Cardi B, anything possible, to be honest. I want to hear from you, D-Wade Nation. What do you think about all this? Will Cardi B right to call out ICE on stage? Was DHS justified in their social media clapback bringing up her past? Do you think artists should use their platform for political statements? And most important, who threw the hot dog? Who threw that hot dog? Come to the forefront if you threw that hot dog. Drop all your thoughts, predictions, and hot dog theories in the comments below. I'll read every single one on. All right, D-Wade Nation, that's all the chaos we can pick up. Vlog for today. This story is far from over. So make sure you hit that subscribe button, turn on the notification bell so you don't miss any updates. If you enjoyed the breakdown, give it a thumbs up. Share it with a friend who loves drama. And remember to keep it locked on, keeping up with D-Wade. For all the ladies' tea, thanks for watching. And I'll catch you in the next one.